The shoving into the limelight of Devin Nunes by his harebrained involvement in the FBI's investigation of possible Trump-Russia collusion has been backfiring hilariously for him. First, he exposed himself as a sort of hacky partisan shill when, while he was running the House investigation into Trump-Russia collusion, he went to the White House to tell President Trump what was going on in the investigation. Absolutely ludicrous, should have been removed from Congress for it, barely any consequences for him. Then he writes this memo summarizing intelligence he never saw. And as I broke down for you yesterday, the memo was released. And even if everything in the memo is true, it exposes nothing major that would impact the integrity of Robert Mueller's investigation. And we don't even know if the stuff in the memo is true. But we knew that it contained at least one major lie about a statement made, or I guess in reality not made, by former FBI Director James Comey in 2017. I went through that lie yesterday. I won't do it again today, but he straight up misrepresents what James Comey said. And now, the cherry on top, Nunes appeared on Fox News' Fox and Friends, and he decided to make the claim that Donald Trump has never met indicted Trump crony George Papadopoulos. And sadly, that's what we call a lie in the real world. And there's a picture of Trump and Papadopoulos together. And that picture has been out for a while. Let's first check out Devin Nunes, who's becoming incredibly proficient at digging himself into holes on Fox and Friends.
The whole thing goes about Carter Page. Some say, well, what about Papadopoulos? They started looking at him earlier. What do you say to that?
Well, I would say that if Papadopoulos was such a major figure, why didn't you get a warrant on him? If Papadopoulos was such a major figure, you had nothing on him. You know, the guy lied. As far as we can tell, Papadopoulos never even knew who Trump was, or never even had met with the president. And look, getting drunk in London and talking to diplomats, saying that you don't like Hillary Clinton, is really, I think it's kind of scary that our intelligence agencies would take that and use it against an American citizen.
Okay. Yeah. There is no spinning this whatsoever, right? Here is a picture of Papadopoulos at a table of maybe 10 people, along with Jeff Sessions and other high-level advisors to Trump. And this was a meeting during which Papadopoulos was meeting with Trump in his capacity as an advisor. Now, people have started trying to get ahead of this, saying, well, Nunes said met with, not met, and met with suggests a one-on-one meeting where they're individually hanging out, but met just means, oh, well, they might have been in the same place at the same time at some point. As unlikely as that is, we don't really need to wonder, because Trump himself said, oh yeah, George Papadopoulos, he's a great guy. Remember this audio?
Waleed Farris, who you probably know, PhD, advisor to the House of Representatives caucus, and he's a counterterrorism expert. Carter Page, PhD. George Papadopoulos, he's an oil and energy consultant, excellent guy.
Excellent guy. So if they didn't know each other, it's an incredible series of coincidences where Trump is lying or mistaken when he says he knows Papadopoulos is an excellent guy. And even though they had an advisory meeting and sat at the same table, they never spoke to each other nor were introduced, but yet Trump still knew that he was an excellent guy. The chain of facts you have to believe to make Devin Nunes' statement correct is just too long, right? Occam's razor. There's a much simpler explanation, which is they know each other, they knew each other, and Devin Nunes is lying because they want to put distance between a guy who was indicted in the Trump-Russia investigation and Trump.
Yeah, I mean, you say that Devin Nunes was lying. The other possibility was that he just didn't know that there was a meeting between Trump and Papadopoulos. And usually you rank lying as worse than just not knowing, right?
Certainly,
I mean,
yes.
that malice versus negligence.
And the law agrees with that, right? Perjury, you're not going to be charged with perjury if you don't remember something or if you don't know.
But the thing here is that Devin Nunes is the chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, and he's been working on this for a year.
Yeah.
So he should know more than I do, and I knew about this meeting.
That's exactly the point. If Joe down the street, who's busy working and supporting his family and making vegan shakes or whatever he's doing during the day, if he doesn't know the truth about Donald Trump and George Papadopoulos' acquaintance, who the hell cares, right? It's of no consequences. When Devin Nunes, who is in a position of real power here, doesn't know something as simple as an indictee of the investigation did know Trump and was an advisor to Trump and sat at a table with Trump, then we're in real trouble. And Nunes has a habit of lying about provable statements of facts, misquoting James Comey, incorrectly stating that one of the people indicted by Robert Mueller's investigation never met Trump. And in fact, he's becoming so blatantly dishonest that not only is it reminiscent of Trump, I'm starting to wonder whether Trump has something on Nunes. And that's why Nunes is behaving so erratically. But remember, when you do Trump's bidding, Trump rewards you. And that's exactly what Trump has been doing. Trump tweeting yesterday about Devin Nunes, Representative Devin Nunes, a man of tremendous courage and grit, may someday be recognized as a great American hero for what he has exposed and what he has had to endure. Very binary with Trump. You lie for him and you're a hero. You tell the FBI or the American people or whoever the truth, and Trump goes after you like a rabid dog.
Yeah, and contrast that tweet with the one about Adam Schiff, the ranking member on the House Intelligence Committee.
Treasonous, right?
Well, he's little Adam Schiff, which means that Trump is starting to recycle his insults.
I know, it's getting old, isn't it? It's depressing. This is really bad. We've got to watch not Adam Schiff. We've got to watch Devin Nunes very, very closely. The video you just watched was made possible by support from you. Please go to patreon.com/David Pakman Show. You can make a pledge of as little as $1 per month. And every dollar helps to support the work that we're doing, particularly in light of the YouTube ad boycott, which has been really bad.